Kalalalo Hawadla Yahawaba Shemio Shaiba Shem Kakudash. I will honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that rule and teach well. Peace and salutations to the brothers to the four corners of this earth, pushing the truth and truth and in sincerity. Brother Manatizaki, it's a quick impromptu video. Right? This is an old article, I think it's either a week or two old, right? But it's still substantial, it's still relevant as to what's going on in the world today. Or at least, you know what I mean? Or at least it reaching the world, all over the world now, right, as things progress and so on. It says, shipping braces for prolonged turmoil as Hormuz crisis fuels inflation and supply strain. The Hormuz crisis is adding fresh inflationary pressure to that triggered by the 2022 Russia-Ukraine war, with the US and Europe facing potential growth contraction. Food and energy security risks are pushing up global goods prices, with high cargo costs accelerating demand destruction. These pressures threaten to offset the ton-mile gains created by shifting trade flows during the crisis. Logistical recovery will be slow and costly, with thousands of stranded ships and minor networks needing months to reset once the strait reopens. Global shipping is braced for prolonged disruption as the Hormuz crisis tightens energy supplies, fuels inflation, and exposes deep vulnerabilities in food security, trade flows, and logistics. Industry experts at Lloyd's list Intelligence Outlook Forum in Singapore Maritime Week warned the economic shock will outlast the conflict with no quick path to normality. It will outlast the conflict, boy. So even if, because I think the last thing I see in the conflict, because you're saying, dog, we not on no fucking ceasefire thing. All they wanted the smoke. As far as I concerned, that was the move. The last time I checked, at least. Right? As far as I know, I should say. Okay, like that. Right? So what it's saying here is the economic shockwave or the economic blowback, even if, you know what they say, you know what, we change our mind. Let me rest up and we just open back and trade and whatever. Even that, you know what I mean? Even if they say that, shit's still going to be fucking. It was still, well, at least the United States citizens will still be paying for some five some at the pump for the gas. You know? And by the time we reach $3, I say, you know, $3 get late. Right? And by the time we reach $3 go hit like a fucking nuke. Alright? It go hit like a nuke. It's food constraints. It's not gonna just tell me about that. I believe it's 15. Is that a 15 or 16? Right. Let's bear with me. Alright, this was 19. I was close. Shit. It says second is just 15 or 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right? Spoil your goods. For a lack of bread, by for a lack of food and great tribulation, hard fucking times, yo. Hard times is not gonna be no light fucking tickle me all kind of bullshit. That's it. You know, the hard times you are about to face, by hard times, right? Men going to be running out the woods just trying to survive. You know, like currently men running out the woods to impress hoes, right? To impress girls with no fucking have a, you know what I mean? I know somebody I tutored, he's be like fatherless behavior, you know. Yeah, somebody would, you know, he's call them fatherless now, right? I know good role model. He say, yeah, you know what I mean? To impress fatherless woman without decorum, you know what I mean? Men running out the woods to impress these, but you know what I mean? Chicken heads, for lack of better words. Much less when it comes to survival. What you go do because they're already robbing, stealing, jacking, whatever they have to do, legal or illegal, to impress women, gold chain, latest kicks, cars, you know what I mean, get out, whatever the case may be. So imagine when it's to eat, imagine when it's to survive, what lengths they will go to, the extremes that they would go to just to survive, yo. And we know these two don't know nothing about fasting and pray. We know they don't believe. It's why they are the tutors. We know that they don't stand with us, but against us, right? So when you think about it, the moment that shit happens, if their first resort is going to be buck wild, they want to say, but you know what? They like this. I'm going to pray. I'm going to go on and fast because I don't have. Might as well strengthen the spirit. They don't look at shit like that. They would think, hey, nah, I had to eat. I know somebody had to feel it, you know, because I hungry. You know, there's this saying I had when I was 93 before I was injured. I used to say, if I know, I used to say, if I don't feel good, nobody can feel good. You know, I was in the 2 days. You know what I mean? And that is the mentality they have. Because I come from where they come from. I come from the ghettos, the slums, the so-called hotspots, as we just say in this country. I come from there. That's where I come from. That's where I born and grew. You know, that is, you know, the 2/3 the people who I grew up with, either, you know what I mean, in the youth or incarcerated. One of the two people I grew up with from young. So yeah, and that is the mentality, always hasty. They don't know to turn to the Lord. No matter how much you tell them, because hey, no matter how much people used to tell me before, I could care less. To what I bash me or shy bash me crocodiles are here now. So fathom, just try and fathom, hey, when that time come, when that hour of temptation come. That's why Yahweh had said he had to keep me, nobody else could keep me in that hour. I just get in Revelation. Oh, shit. Revelation 3 and is 11, I believe. No. It's that. It says Revelation 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon it. It will come on everybody go feel it. The elect, the not elect, the one third, the 2/3, the heathen, everybody will pass through the hour of temptation and hear the thing. Right? Yahushua says, because you have kept the word of my patience, I will keep thee from the hour of me. The right hand of the Lord will keep you. That is how dread it's going to be. Look who is the one that had to keep you. The right hand himself of the Lord had to do it. No archangel, no cherubim, no the right hand of the Lord had to do it. Because I came to the realization that even if men read it, they don't fathom what it is, or they don't have that foresight. Well, hey, or at least the so-called Christians, or the, you know what I mean, man think they know, man think they learned, right? When they reading, they don't fathom, they don't want to have the understanding until they just can't fathom it. You know what I mean? Able to fathom this, right? You all fathom how intense that moment is going to be, you know? when shit is when a fucking tank of gas is $1,000 to fill your tank one you say you shake your head saying we wait for my tank used to be 100 or 200 you know? We boy oh boy this done the other. Look at this now. You know what I mean? Over in Jamaica our bread is like 200-300 Jamaican dollars. That is what will happen here. That is what is going to happen here. Inflation is what the devaluing of the dollar of a country. So when things go up, what do you think going to happen? Our money what becomes lesser value because it takes more to buy the same exact thing than it used to a week ago, 2 weeks ago, right? And when that happens, it have no way you'll be able to live above or on the same level as it means you will constant we are constant fight to keep up. You know what I mean? It will be that. So if you think it hard now, hey, think again. Because what about to come going to be way worse. You have to try and fathom how bad it's going to get. Right? Because they say even if the conflict is over, the economic fallout is still going to hit. It's still going to be bad. We all sitting around here now. Tomorrow could be the day. Next year could be my year. Y'all can't fathom all they don't even understand the prophecies. All they do grasp that shit. They do grasp that hey, this place is doomed. This place is doomed. Like. That is why Ezra had to say, woe is me. Who shall save me in those days? Who? Roughly paraphrasing who? Who will do it by? Yahweh Shai himself say what? I will keep you from the hour of temptation. We always serve Yahweh Shai, so therefore, sorry be all the portion. You know? So I hope it was edifying. I hope I spark food for thought among the Ark and watching and listening. Right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.